Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another episode of Fantasticapz. This time around, Once Upon a Time. I literally just finished my Fantasticapz episode for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. maybe an hour ago, so the fact that I'm getting 2 videos out in a day is really exciting to me. The first recap in this 3-part episode is titled Ariel. Emma, David, Mary Margaret, and Hook travel to Echo Cave to save Neil by telling their deepest and darkest secrets. Hook reveals that he kissed Emma, which isn't much of a secret since she already told her mother this earlier in the episode, but divulges what the kiss exposed, that he never thought he would find another love after Mila. Snow reiterates to Charming that they missed out on all of Emma's childhood and announces that she wants to have another baby when they get back to Storybrooke. David confesses that he and Hook went searching for a cure to his dream shade wound with which he was healed. However, magic always comes with a price. This one being that David will have to stay in Neverland forever. Emma admits that when she heard that Neil may still be alive, she didn't want it to be true because she didn't want to have to face all the feelings she had when they were first reunited in New York. Regina catches up with Mr. Gold and spares him from nearly becoming Pan's dinner. Rumpelstiltskin and the Evil Queen enlist Ariel's help to retrieve an item from his shop back in Storybrooke that will help them defeat Peter Pan. Ariel, played by the ever-so-gorgeous Joanna Garcia, is introduced to Snow White, and together they go to Prince Eric's grand ball. Regina disguises herself as Ursula and gives Ariel a bracelet that will allow the wearer to have her mermaid's tail, and she can have legs forever. Ariel gives the bracelet to Snow so she can escape Regina's grasp. Before the Evil Queen can have her revenge on Snow White, Ariel comes to the rescue and together they escape from the Evil Queen. When Ariel goes to meet Eric before he takes off on his wayward adventure to see the world, she finds that she is unable to speak. As a consequence for helping her mortal enemy and neglecting Regina's offer for Ariel to be with her prince, Regina has taken the mermaid's voice. The next episode after this is Dark Hollow. Emma, Neil, and Hook return to Neil's cave home to pick up the coconut star map. Neil and Hook have a standoff when Hook thanks Neil for being okay with the kiss that he and Emma shared and his feelings for her. Things turn a little bit awkward though when Neil says he didn't hear that part and Emma never told him about the kiss. The trio travels to the lair of Pan's shadow called Dark Hollow, where after fighting over a lighter, they are confronted by the shadow and almost get their own taken from them. Emma uses magic to light the coconut candle and trap Pan's shadow within it. They reunite with David, Mary Margaret, and Tinkerbell and prepare for the inevitable battle between the Dark Lost Boy. Flashing back to before Gold left Storybrooke, he tells Belle that they will not meet again and gives her a vial with instructions. Belle, along with Grumpy, Mother Superior, and the rest of the dwarves, go down to the mines to activate a protective barrier that will inhibit anyone from coming into Storybrooke's boundaries. Ariel arrives in Storybrooke and, with Grumpy's help, finds Belle, and together they track down the item that Rumpelstiltskin is looking for in his shop, discovered to be Pandora's box. Yay, more Greek mythology. That will help the Dark One defeat his nemesis. Complications arise when 2 men manage to enter the town before the barrier conceals the perimeter. They tie up Belle and Ariel and take the box that they have found, proceeding to the mines to destroy it. The men, discovered to be John and Michael, are stopped by Ariel and Belle and tell the women that they have to do Pan's bidding, otherwise Pan will kill their sister, Wendy. John and Michael allow Ariel to return to Neverland with Pandora's box, and when she does, Regina exchanges it for the bracelet that will give Ariel control over her legs. She then proceeds to go back to Storybrooke so she can be with her prince. On another part of the island, Henry believes Pan is lying to him, so when Felix goes off to the jungle, Henry follows him. He ends up at an extremely well-furnished cave where he finds Wendy, who appears to be sick. She tells him that since the magic is dying, Pan won't be able to heal her, which is all a lie. Wendy is actually Pan's prisoner, and if she does not comply with his rules, then he will kill John and Michael. Pan meets up with Henry as he is working his way back to camp and leads him to a high ledge overlooking the oceans of Neverland. Down below, in plain sight, is Skull Rock, where Henry is told that is where he must save magic. Finally, we get to the pinnacle episode of the season so far, entitled Think Lovely Thoughts. Emma, Neil, David, Mary Margaret, Hook, and Tinkerbell are reunited with Regina and Mr. Gold after they've retrieved Pandora's box from Ariel. At Pan's camp, Regina uses a sleeping spell to knock out the Lost Boys, and they find Wendy. She tells Neil that she hasn't seen Henry and doesn't know where Pan is, both of which are lies. She immediately confesses that Pan took Henry to Skull Rock, not to save magic, but to save himself. Neil, Emma, Regina, and Gold proceed to Skull Rock to rescue Henry, while Hook and Tinkerbell stay behind to guard the Lost Boys, and David and Mary Margaret venture off to Dead Man's Peak to pick up some of the spring water, because Rumpelstiltskin has said that he can create an antidote to it back when they were in Storybrooke. Pan and Henry arrive at Skull Rock, and after Pan casts a protection spell at the cave's entrance, they proceed to a large chamber with an hourglass in it, indicating how much time Pan has left to live. When Emma, Neil, Regina, and Gold reach Skull Rock, Gold is the only one who is able to pass through the protection barrier because he has no shadow. He then proceeds to the big chamber where he is confronted with Pan and attempts to use Pandora's box to trap him. However, Pan has switched the real box, which he holds, with the fake one that Gold now possesses. Pan activates the box and emits a red mist that engulfs Mr. Gold, trapping him inside Pandora's box. Neil, Emma, and Regina reach Henry just as he is about to put his heart into Pan's chest. He can do that because Pan enchanted his hand so he can take out his own heart like Regina does to people. Unbeknownst to Henry, this will make Pan immortal and kill him instead. Despite his parents' desperate pleas for him to believe them and not do what the whack job says, Henry puts his heart, the heart of the truest believer, into Pan's chest. Immediately, Henry falls to the ground, and Peter Pan is immortal. In the fairy tale past, Rumpelstiltskin's father is a cheating coward and known by all as such. After being caught at the pub after he tells his son that he is looking for a job, Rumple pulls a magic bean out of his pocket and tells his father that it can take them anywhere they want to go. Rumple's father mentions a place where anything is possible, Neverland. Once on the island, Rumple's father tries to fly and fails horribly. When he goes to get pixie dust so that he can fly, he is confronted by the shadow and told that it won't work for him because he's not a boy anymore. Rumple's father makes a deal with the shadow for him to be young again by relinquishing the thing that is holding him back, his son. Once this happens, the magic takes effect and Rumple's father is transformed into a young boy, aka Peter Pan. Personally, I didn't see this coming, and I thought it was an awesome shocker. Pan flies off to Skull Rock and discovers the hourglass. The shadow tells him that it represents how much time he has before the magic that is keeping him young wears off, and when it runs out, he will die. This concludes my 3-episode recap of Once Upon a Time, and thankfully, now that I have this episode done, I am all caught up with both shows, and each week I can bring you guys a little more in-depth on each episode of Once Upon a Time and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I hope you guys are liking these videos. If you are, punch the like button and leave some comments below. Tell me what you thought of these episodes of Once Upon a Time. They're really good, and I think we're reaching the climax of the season right now. Make sure to subscribe to ZXK77 to be notified of all my latest videos, or follow me on one of my social medias, the big ones being Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And every now and then, I'm on Instagram. That's all for right now, guys. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you later. Keep on keeping on.